Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Hayley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? So in today's video, y'all, first and foremost, I'm a little congested. So if I sound nasally and if my nose starts hurting, y'all, I'm sorry. I have a cold, but I am sitting here. This brings me joy sitting here talking. So we're gonna pull through, but it's not you, it's me if I sound weird. And yeah, in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about price increases, what I dislike about price increases, why I think price increases are good, how they can be an effective measure for consumers and also for brands. And yeah, with all that being said, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section if you agree with anything I said. So first and foremost, let me start the foundation of this video because you guys probably saw the title and thumbnail and you're thinking, what the heck are you talking about? You want brands to raise up their prices so we can't afford the bags? No, I hate price increases, especially when I have a bag in my mind and I know I'm not going to be able to buy it before a price increase. I really, how do you say, cringe when I know it's happening. It's one thing that I really dislike, especially when I know the amount is going to be an exponential amount. It's not just like $10 here, $20 here. It's sometimes a couple $100. And so those I dislike. And also when they are very unorganized, very sporadic, done at random times. They're not done across the board, meaning random items here, random items there, get sprinkled into this price increase, that price increase. And then it just makes me feel like the brand is very insecure or unsure in what direction they're trying to go. Chanel, I'm talking to you. But that's how I feel about a brand when I see price increases like that. But moving on from the things that I dislike, I'm going to talk about why it could maybe be a good thing for you if you are a consumer. The first reason I don't mind price increases is that it increases the resale value. Now, I have to, like, how do you say, reiterate or put in parentheses or put in quotation marks or put in the little footnotes of this point that bags are not an investment. Bags are not things that you should buy to make a return on. Sometimes that does happen, but I would not put all of your eggs in the luxury handbag basket, hoping that you're going to get the biggest return on those items. No, but if you are a person that likes to purchase handbags and then after 6 months, a year, a few years, you keep them in relatively good condition and you want to resell them, you want to put them on the secondhand market and get some money with price increases effectively done, you are probably going to be able to salvage up a little bit of money or be able to get the maximum premium from your bag than if you would compare it to the brand not having any price increases. So the people that bought their Neverfulls for $1,200 back in the day could probably now sell them for more than they purchased them. Maybe if they kept them in good condition. It also depends if you have the pouch in there or not, but you guys sort of get what I'm saying. Because a lot of times when you buy something and you resell it, you lose money. But when it comes to handbags, especially luxury designer brands, if you are smart, if you are organized, and if you are clean and tidy, you can 9 times out of 10, you buy a classic, timeless staple bag that you know everyone wants, everyone loves. You're most likely not going to lose too much money than, let's say, if you buy a trendy bag or a bag from a contemporary modern designer that doesn't really have any price increases, that all of their bags go to outlet or they're always on sale. You're probably going to have more success with the price increase bags. But like I said, this isn't a 1000% success rate, but it is likely that this could happen. Moving on to the second point, which is that bags and brands tend to stay more timeless or classic when they implement price increases. Now, like I said, this is not a 100% success rate. All of these points are not 100% success rates, but I do think what I have observed when brands implement tiny, big, exponential price increases, they tend to stick and they tend to stay around. And their bags tend to be less trendy and they also tend to be more coveted. And so if you're looking for a more timeless piece, if you're looking for something that is a staple, something that will have longevity, I would go with a brand that has incremental price increases. Now, this is also like a little sub point. You have to also see what collection you're buying into. I think this only applies to staple bags and staple colors and staple prints. This isn't referring to every collection, every limited edition, every special edition, because people go out buying special edition, limited edition bags thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to sell this for double its worth in a few years because it's not made anymore. And then you bit the bullet and you're left with something that has depreciated over time and hasn't really kept its value, and you haven't been able to resell it at a premium or even at the price that you purchased it at. So this is only referring to very classic staple pieces from any brand in neutral colors, let's say. The third point is going to be that it keeps certain bags out of outlets. Now, this is only referring to the bottom half of luxury, contemporary, mid-range, low-range designer brands. I have an example here for you guys, and it is my Tory Burch Fleming. It still has the tag on, you guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm sick. I'm staying home, so I haven't been able to wear it out. Going to a Tory Burch outlet, there are a few. I've been to a few. You will very highly unlikely find a Tory Burch Fleming or an Eleanor in the outlet store. You will find a lot of pattern bags. You'll find a lot of bags that didn't really get a price increase with Tory Burch when they do their price increases. A lot of the bags, they just get discounted and then they go to the outlet sometimes, or they make bags that are just made for outlet. I used to work at Michael Kors, you guys, and there were bags that were generically made. Generic sounds really bad, but they were just solely made for the outlet. And then sometimes we would get like full retail branded bags that were sent to the outlet store because they had a surplus. It was an accident that happened too sometimes, that we got a random like runway edition bag from Michael Kors and it wasn't supposed to end up there, and then someone got it for like 10 or 20% off, which was an amazing deal. And so that sometimes does happen to Tory Burch, but a lot of times when it comes to their, I would say, top range bags in neutral colors, you're 9 times out of 10 not going to find them in the outlets, and especially the ones that get hit with a price increase. The Tory Burch Fleming was hit with a price increase, especially in Europe. I don't know in the United States. I'm pretty sure it was hit in the United States with a price increase as well. But generally speaking, if a bag is being hit by a price increase consistently over the years, most likely it's not going to be in the outlets. And there's nothing wrong with buying a bag from the outlet, but I do think that when you're imagining luxury in your head, it's not the experience that you get in an outlet. I know that people might get mad at me for saying that, but it's a totally different experience. So the last and final point is going to be something that's going to ruffle some feathers, and that's fine. I'm just the messenger, y'all. Don't shoot me. 9 times out of 10, when you are buying from a luxury brand, you are buying the name and the experience. You're not buying because of the quality. You're not buying because of the functionality. You're not buying because X, Y, and Z. You're buying because of the experience and the brand and the item that you are getting from that brand. And I know, like I said, some people will say, oh, I only buy from Louis Vuitton because their quality is amazing. I only buy from Chanel because their quality is amazing. There are bags out there that are a fraction of the price that A, offer the same exact thing, or B, are better. Maybe if you're buying a Birkin, if you're buying a Kelly, if you're buying, even Chanel, they've been having horrible issues with their bags. A lot of people have been talking about the horrible craftsmanships of their bag, and you're paying upwards of $10,000+ for certain bags. So I don't agree with that at all. But what I do agree with is that when you go to a certain brand, when I go to Louis Vuitton and I buy this little Speedy 25, even though it's the base model of Speedy's bags that Louis Vuitton has to offer, I still expect a certain amount of luxury or a certain experience when buying this bag. When I go into the Louis Vuitton store, I expect to have a different shopping experience than if I go to Zara or H&M. And if I'm buying something, I, in my head, register that money that I'm paying extra for this bag, granted it's a lot of money, that is the money that is providing that experience for me, that is providing the nice packaging, that is sometimes, a lot of times, providing me with a very nice sales associate with clean, proper, prim, organized shopping, with nice displays, with wonderful interior design. Sometimes I get cookies, sometimes I get coffee, sometimes I get champagne. You get what I'm saying. I don't get any of that at H&M. And granted, their stuff is $2 on the sale rack, but it helps a brand stay luxurious. And at some point, the prices do have to increase. But what I don't like, which a lot of luxury brands are starting to do and have done, I would say in the last 2 years since COVID, they have been using the pandemic as a means to provide less and charge more. Like pushed on an assembly line, let's say, and people are just like, coming, what do you want? You can't look around. This is all you're getting. Pack it up, throw it in a bag, send you home. And that's not the luxury experience. But for me, I feel like there's a trade-off for convenience and for comfort. I'm willing to pay a little bit more, and to have a nicer quality item, I'm willing to pay a little bit more, sometimes even a lot more, depending on how generous I'm feeling that day or what I'm purchasing. And so that applies to many different levels of my life, and also what's important to me and what's not important to me. And so for me, price increases, in my opinion, help the brand stay at a certain level. And for me, luxury should be unattainable, not unattainable. It should be a goal or an aspiration. It shouldn't be something that turns into fast fashion. It shouldn't be something that you want to buy every week, every couple of days you go out and buy a new luxury handbag. No, it's supposed to be something that you've worked hard for, that you've saved money for, that you've put stuff aside for, and that you're able to treat yourself with a new bag, and the experience and the memories and the emotions that are behind it, and with this big purchase, it means something to you. So for me, those were all of the points why I think that price increases are okay. Going into what I think, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that to tell people or brands how to set their prices. But for me as a consumer, what I would prefer happen, and you guys can let me know if this is the same for you. Instead of doing sporadic, random price increases throughout the year, I wish brands would do small increments across the whole board at certain times that we as consumers knew they were happening, so we could plan maybe. Because what really sucks for me, if I have a bag in the back of my head from Louis Vuitton, from Chanel, from Gucci, from YSL, from Prada, wherever I may be purchasing a bag from, and I know, it's been leaked that the price increase is coming in a week or two, and the price increase is going to be even 10%. Some bags that I am looking at are $3,000+, which means that that's going to be $300+. And for me, as a consumer, I'm able to find $50 to $100 a lot easier than I am $300+. And I know there may be, targeting a different demographic than me, someone that's saving up their little bit of coins and has 50 to 100 bucks extra to buy a bag. But like I said, when I see price increases that are efficient and organized, I think of the brand as a more secure and stable brand. But when I see things happening like Chanel, like one price increase here, one price increase there, this classic flak, but then the quality is also crappy at the same time. So the price is increasing, but the quality is stagnant, or it's even decreasing. For me, that turns me so off for a brand. So I wish that brands simultaneously increasing their prices, maybe not so much, maybe a little bit more throughout the year and more across the board and more uniform. But I also wish with that increase, they would be implementing more quality and also less fast fashion like collections and pieces and seasons, which I know that luxury brands aren't going to stop this because it's an easy cash grab. But from a consumer standpoint, it sometimes gets overwhelming. And when I see the stuff being pushed out and then being pushed out at a humongous price increase, and it offering the bare minimum of what a bag should have, I sometimes feel like I'm being, tricked or bamboozled by a brand. And that's what I really dislike, is when I feel like I'm getting scammed, especially from a luxury brand. And so, yeah, Other than that, I don't mind paying price increases, you guys, especially when it comes to the bags that I buy, because I know they're very classic pieces for the most part, And if I did decide to resell them, I could maybe make a little money or break even with my purchase price. I could keep the bags for a very long time, dust them off in 20, 30 years and be able to wear them again. If I had children, I could pass them down to my children, and I know that they would be timeless staple pieces. And so, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I just wish that they were more cohesive. And so, yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm going now. Have a wonderful day, and bye.